The final showdown at Olympus. The sun had barely risen, casting a pale glow over the smoldering ruins of Olympus. From the north, a low rumble echoed across the land, the sound of inevitability. Jarek stood at the edge of a ridgeline, his armor gleaming in the fiery red of dawn. His massive wolf, Steelfang, prowled at his side, the beast's 19-foot frame radiating an aura of raw power. Each step it took left gouges in the earth, its metal plating glinting ominously in the morning light. Behind Jarek, the remnants of the Wrathbound gathered. Their mechanical beasts, each a testament to Levi's twisted genius, stood ready for war. The ground trembled as Blitzfang, Talonwing, Ironclad, Shadowstrike, and Nightshade moved into formation. The Wrathbound had one goal: annihilation. Jarek raised his plasma swords, crossing them over his chest. Today, we end this. Olympus will fall, and with it, Adam's hope. He turned to his forces, his voice cold and commanding. Leave nothing standing. Steelfang roared, its metallic fangs glinting as its howl echoed through the valley. The Wrathbound surged forward, their beasts' footsteps creating a cacophony of metal against earth. Adam stood atop Olympus's main gate, his eyes scanning the horizon. The rumble grew louder, and the first glimmers of Wrathbound forces appeared in the distance. Athena stood beside him, her metallic frame glowing faintly as her systems hummed with energy. Her wings twitched in anticipation, ready to spring into action, culminating in a fierce showdown that tests their will to survive and rebuild. "They're coming," Adam said, tightening his grip on his plasma blade. His voice was steady, but his heart raced. "This is it, Athena. Hold nothing back." Athena's optics flickered in acknowledgement. "Understood. Deploying holographic support." In an instant, duplicates of Athena appeared along the walls, their forms shimmering with energy. The holograms moved in perfect unison, creating an illusion of overwhelming numbers. The Wrathbound struck hard and fast. Steelfang led the charge, its claws tearing through Olympus's outer defenses. Soldiers scrambled to counter the assault, but the wolf's relentless attacks left devastation in its wake. Adam was thrown off balance as the walls trembled beneath him. Athena's duplicates charged forward, engaging the Wrathbound's beasts head-on. Jarek directed Steelfang with precision, the massive wolf leaping into the fray and tearing through barricades with its razor-sharp claws. Its jaws snapped shut on a turret, ripping it apart and tossing the debris aside. Jarek smirked from atop its back. "Is this all you've got, Adam?" he shouted. Adam ignored the taunt, focusing on coordinating the defenders. He directed Athena to target Steelfang's joints, hoping to slow its devastating attacks. Athena's plasma tail whipped through the air, striking Steelfang's hind leg. The wolf staggered but quickly recovered, its claws swiping at Athena with lethal precision. From the shadows, Mira emerged, her twin mechanical tigers, Shadowstrike and Nightshade, flanking her. The 17-foot beasts moved like liquid metal, their plasma claws leaving glowing trails in the air. "You should have stayed hidden, Adam," Mira called out, her voice dripping with malice. "But since you're here, let me show you why we're unstoppable." With a sharp whistle, Mira sent her tigers into action. Shadowstrike leapt at Athena, its claws aimed for her wings, while Nightshade circled around, targeting her blind spots. Athena's holograms swarmed the tigers, confusing them briefly, but the beasts adapted quickly, ripping through the illusions with brutal efficiency. Adam rushed to Athena's aid, slashing at Shadowstrike with his plasma blade. The tiger dodged, its glowing eyes locked on him. Nightshade lunged at Adam, but Athena intercepted, slamming the tiger into a crumbling wall with her tail. Above the battlefield, Tyr and Talonwing dominated the skies. The eagle-like beast rained plasma bombs onto Olympus's inner defenses, creating chaos among the defenders. Athena took to the air, her wings glowing as she engaged Talonwing in a deadly aerial duel. The two mechanical titans clashed mid-air, their strikes sending shockwaves through the battlefield. Talonwing's claws grazed Athena's wing, leaving scorch marks, but she retaliated with a precision plasma blast that struck its torso. Sparks flew as Talonwing faltered, but Tyr's commands pushed it back into the fight. Realizing the Wrathbound's coordination was overwhelming, Adam devised a desperate plan. He signaled Athena to activate her energy core, unleashing a powerful plasma shockwave that disrupted the Wrathbound's formations. The blast knocked Shadowstrike and Nightshade off their feet, forcing them to retreat momentarily. Steel Fang roared in defiance, charging at Adam with its massive claws raised. Adam narrowly dodged the attack, rolling to the side and firing his plasma rifle at the wolf's exposed underbelly. The shot landed, causing Steel Fang to stagger. As the battle reached its peak, Athena activated her final transformation. Her frame expanded, her wings growing larger and more radiant. Her plasma weapons surged with energy, and her form became a towering battle mech, her presence dominating the battlefield. The Wrathbound hesitated for the first time as Athena unleashed a devastating barrage of plasma blasts. Steel Fang roared, charging at her with feral determination. The two titans clashed in a brutal exchange, the ground shaking beneath their weight. Athena summoned her hologram duplicates, surrounding Steel Fang and striking from all sides. The wolf fought back fiercely, its claws tearing through several illusions, but the real Athena landed a critical blow. Her plasma blades pierced Steel Fang's core, sparks and molten energy erupting as the wolf let out a final, deafening roar. Steel Fang collapsed, its massive frame sparking and smoking as its system shut down. Jarek, thrown from its back, landed hard on the ground. He struggled to his feet, his gaze filled with rage as he faced Adam. "You think this is victory?" Jarek snarled, gripping his plasma swords tightly. "This is just the beginning." Adam stepped forward, his blade glowing. "It's over, Jarek. You've lost." Their swords clashed in a final, brutal duel. Jarek fought with unmatched ferocity, his strikes driving Adam back, but Adam's resolve held firm. With a final surge of strength, he disarmed Jarek, his plasma blade inches from the Wrathbound leader's throat. Jarek glared at Adam, his voice a low growl. "You can't kill an idea. We'll be back." Adam stepped back, letting Jarek retreat into the shadows with what remained of his forces. The Wrathbound were defeated, but Adam knew their war was far from over. Athena powered down, her energy reserves nearly depleted. She landed beside Adam, her optics flickering softly. The battlefield was quiet now, save for the crackling of flames and the groans of the wounded. Adam looked around at the ruins of Olympus. Smoke rose from the rubble, and the once proud city was battered but standing. He clenched his fists, Jarek's words echoing in his mind. "We survived," Athena said, her voice steady but weary. Adam nodded. "For now." He turned to the survivors, rallying them to begin the arduous process of rebuilding. Olympus stood, but the scars of battle would linger for generations.